The alarm clock blares. Homer groans. Another day at the nuclear plant. Wait, not today. It's Homer's epic beer marathon, a day dedicated to the nectar of the gods' beer. Homer leaps out of bed, a plan bubbling in his mind like a freshly poured duff. He imagines himself a fearless explorer charting the hoppiest corners of Springfield. Glory awaits. First stop, Moe's Tavern for a hearty breakfast of donuts and, well, more beer. This is a marathon, got a carbo load, right? Moe's Tavern, the dimly lit haven for Springfield's weary souls, is buzzing with a familiar hum of chatter and clinking glasses. Well, as buzzing as it gets at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, when the regulars are just starting to trickle in. Suddenly the door swings open and Homer bursts in, a man on a mission, his face set with determination. "Moe, my man, give me your strongest brew, it's marathon day," Homer declares, his voice echoing through the nearly empty bar. He bellows, slapping a crumpled $5 bill on the counter with a sense of urgency. Moe, ever the shrewd businessman, obliges without missing a beat. He slides a frosty mug across the bar, a mischievous glint in his eye, knowing exactly what he's serving. Just brewed it this morning. It's called the Hair Curler, he says with a smirk. Homer gulps it down in one go, his eyes immediately watering from the potent brew. Whoa, this tastes like regret and floor polish. He coughs, then grins widely. "Give me another," he exclaims, clearly undeterred. Lenny and Carl, sitting at the end of the bar, exchange knowing glances, amused by the spectacle. The anticipation in the bar builds as everyone senses that this is gonna be good. The day is just getting started at Moe's Tavern. Homer, feeling adventurous and a little lightheaded, decides to explore beyond his usual haunts. He stumbles upon a new craft brewery, Hipster's Hops. Inside, bearded men in skinny jeans sip on IPAs with names like Existential Dread and Irony Overload. Homer feels a sense of bewilderment, but hey, beer is beer. He orders a flight of beers, each with more exotic ingredients than the last. There's one with lavender and grapefruit, another with chili peppers and chocolate. This one tastes like a hippie's armpit, Homer exclaims after a swig of the lavender beer. The hipsters stare. Homer, oblivious, orders another round. This is research! Hours later, after countless breweries and even a detour to the Quickie Mart for some fuel, read hot dogs and slushy, Homer hits a wall. He's stumbling, slurring his words and singing off-key sea shanties. His epic beer marathon has taken its toll. He needs a break and a nap. He stumbles into a park, collapsing under a tree. The world spins. He closes his eyes, the taste of hops and regret lingering in his mouth. Maybe he went a little overboard. But hey, you only live once, right? And this is for science, or something like that. Homer wakes up with a start, his heart racing as if he had just run a marathon. The sun is setting, casting long shadows across the park, painting a serene yet melancholic picture. He's got a pounding headache and a mouth drier than the Sahara Desert. Every movement feels like a Herculean task. He slowly gets to his feet, feeling like he's aged a decade in a day. Time to head home, he thinks, though the journey seems daunting. Marge is going to be worried. She always is when he's out late, and probably mad. Very mad. He can almost hear her voice, stern and disappointed. He pictures her face, and a wave of guilt washes over him. He loves Marge. He loves beer, but he knows he needs to find a balance. But maybe, just maybe, he should have paced himself. The night had started fun, but now it felt like a mistake. As he trudges home, a thought occurs to him. He needs to make things right. Maybe he can make it up to Marge. He'll cook her dinner, or at least try to, or at least order takeout, and buy her flowers, lots of flowers. Maybe even her favorite chocolates. Anything to see her smile again. Homer opens the front door to find Marge sitting on the couch reading a magazine. The room is dimly lit, casting a warm glow around her. She looks up, her eyes narrowed. Uh-oh. The tension in the room is palpable. "Homer, where have you been all day?" she asks, her voice dangerously calm. It's the kind of calm that makes Homer more nervous than if she were yelling. Homer stammers, trying to explain about his beer marathon, about his thirst for adventure, about the chili pepper and chocolate beer. He tries to make it sound like an epic quest, but it falls flat. But the words get jumbled in his mouth. His tongue feels heavy, and his mind races to find the right words. He presents her with the droopy flowers, hoping they will serve as a peace offering. "For you, my love," he mumbles. Marge sighs, her expression softening just a bit. She can never stay mad at him for long. Despite his flaws, she loves him deeply. She takes the flowers and sniffs them, the faint scent bringing a small smile to her face. "Homer," she says, a slight smile playing on her lips. "You smell like a brewery." Homer smiles sheepishly, knowing he's been caught. He wraps his arms around Marge, grateful for her endless patience. He knows he's a lucky man. Maybe tomorrow they could share a beer. It could be a moment of bonding, a way to laugh about today's mishaps. Just one, or maybe two. After all, life is too short not to enjoy the little things together.